What's up, ladies and suckers? It's TBE365. Welcome to my review of The Division. Now, I hopped on this game's hype train late as a mug, let's say about a month ago. And the only reason I found out about this game, or found out this game even existed, was I watched a video from Angry Joe. I saw him playing this game. I was like, oh wow, let me see how this game is. Maybe I may need to copy it, because at the time, I didn't have any games to play. I was just playing Madden, NBA, and Black Ops 3, so I was like, maybe this could be a new game I could cop. The video was like an hour long, so I'm like, I'm just gonna watch like 10 minutes of it, see how the game is, you know. I watched that whole hour long video. I really loved the game. Just watching it, I really was like, wow, I was really excited to get my hands on this game. My expectations were high, and when I finally got my hands on the game, I have got to say it lived up to all my expectations. It's exactly what I wanted, and that's really rare to say in this day and age in gaming, when hype is pretty much everything, and they try to sell you with beautiful graphics and a whole bunch of promises that really aren't fulfilled, and just a lot of they hype it up so much to a point that there's really no way they can live up to the hype. But this game lives up to all the hype that I had for it. It's a great game. Now, the story to The Division is that on Black Friday, these terrorist group released a disease that basically released on Black Friday in New York. So a crowded city put this disease on the money or something that basically infected everyone that went shopping, and when they got home from shopping, they affected those people, and this infection spread, and the world is basically, I mean, in New York is basically about to crumble and just die. But wait, there's one last hope. The Division are the last hope. They're the people, just everyday people that I would guess have military background before, and then now they're just regular people, and they basically called them in. They're the last hope for New York City. They called them in, and they are basically, their job is to save New York, and that's who you are. You are the Division. You guys come in, start shooting up stuff, and that's basically the story. All right, that's the story. Anything else, look on YouTube, boy. But let's get right into these pros. The pros is the interface. The interface is very simple. The crafting, simple. How everything works is simple. There is not really a big learning curve like other RPG games like Fallout, and that could kill a game if there's so much to learn. It's so much just shooting you in the head, like blah, 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 blah. You craft like this, you do this. This game is very simple. It does not take that much to really understand it. Collecting equipment, there's just color systems. Gray, not that good. Green, alright. Blue, great. And there's one above that that's superior and really good. That's simple. How you sell stuff, very simple. You press X, you sell the crap. I mean, it tells you what's better. If it has a green arrow, that means it's better than what you have equipped. If it has a red arrow going down, that means it's worse. It's very simple. Like, it does not take that much to learn. The leveling up system, or leveling up your guy, is very simple, but also in depth too. Like, it's not like those other games that you level up and like, oh, I get a health boost, or my health regens more faster now. No, you get like abilities. Like, there's my abilities, or my two abilities I have, is I throw a turret and I can heal myself. I shoot this little healing gun and I can heal myself. And those are really two nice abilities. Those are two nice abilities to have. And it's really just like, and with this game, usually with games, I am so excited to play at the beginning, and pretty much after that, after I play it for like an hour, my excitement kind of dies down. I just kind of realize what the game is and what it's gonna be. With this game, the more I play it, the more I wanted to play it more. The more I got excited, because how you level up your guy, you just become so much stronger, and you start just learning your abilities and learning how the game works, and just learning more about the backstory. You just want to play the game more, and that's something that games these days are starting to lose. These are these games that you basically play for an hour and just like, whoa, this game's amazing, oh my gosh, and you're like, okay, I'm kind of done with this game. That's it. But this game, it keeps you intact. It keeps you wanting to come back and play more. And playing with friends is even times everything I just said by 2. Like, all the pros I just said, times that by 2 when you play with friends. I mean, playing alone is alright. It still is cool. But when you play with friends, this is nice, man. It's fun to do. I guess cons, you could say Some cons would be X does way too much. Like, you should never have a button that is the same button to get in the cover and also the same button to roll away from enemies, because you end up rolling into cover. Like, why would I ever want to roll into cover when I'm trying to roll away from a boss? Like that boss I just beat, I fought him about 6 times. Now with teammates it would have been a lot easier, I know, but I didn't have teammates online, so I was trying to roll away from his fire and I ended up just going right in the cover. He just burnt me easily, killed me. And also, speaking about getting killed easily, this game is called Division. There's a big division in between levels. Like, I was playing my friend, I was a level 8, he was a level 30. I was thinking when I went to this game they were going to kind of balance it out and I was actually going to be able to hang with him, like be able to play with him. No, they went to his level, so all the enemies are level 30. So I was getting hit in one shot, getting killed like easily, like just sweeping me up, this I could not play with them. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I could not play with them. This is like a friend I wanted to play with. Like, me and him were always talking about the Division. I could not play with them because he was a too high of level. Like, that sucks. Like, it sucked that I could not play with them. There was no way. Like, I was getting wrecked too much. I was becoming a hazard, just like a anchor in my team. Look at me getting wrecked in the Dark Zone. And I was just becoming just an anchor, and I just felt bad, like, dang. And I just could not play with them. So, like, basically anybody who's 5 levels above you, you could play with, but anything past that is going to be very difficult, which that's very tough. I guess you consider that a con. And let me talk about the Dark Zone now. That's pretty much all the cons. It's a very good game. There's mostly pros. It's very fun. Now we're going to talk about the Dark Zone, which, to tell you the truth, most of the developers these days will probably just take this Dark Zone idea and make a whole game about it. That's how in-depth and beastly this Dark Zone is. They could probably make a whole game about it. So Dark Zone is basically the area of the city that got extra infected. I mean, these people, this area is, whew, this area is lit, boys. So basically in this area, PvP enabled, enemies beastly, loot beastly, but so enemies are stronger, and the only way you can get loot out of the Dark Zone that you collect is to extract it by helicopter. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm extracting loot. You got basically calling a helicopter, and that's the only way you can extract the loot. And there's something I wanted to say. Oh yeah, the Dark Zone also has a separate level. You guys see in the top right, you see 11. That's my Dark Zone level. The purple one, that's my Dark Zone level. When you die, you lose levels and you lose Dark Zone currency, because there's also a currency for the Dark Zone. So when you die, you lose currency and you lose level also. So it's possible you get D-ranked. And I really suggest you go in the Dark Zone with a team. I really suggest. If you go in the Dark Zone alone, you are basically like a deer walking across a lion's den. Like, you are like, enemies are gonna kill you, plus a group of people. When they see you, they're gonna shoot you on spot, boy. They're gonna shoot you on spot with no hesitation. I'm surprised these people right here didn't kill me. They could have easily just wiped me out. But like, the Dark Zone, you have to go on with a team. It is unforgiving. Like, I died about trying to extract my gear. I died about 8 or 9 times trying to extract my gear. Thankfully, you guys saw when I died before, I kept dying right in front of the door, so I just came out, got my stuff, and tried to extract it again. But this time, people came and they're extracting their stuff too, so I was just like, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and hopefully they don't kill me, and I can extract my loot with them. See, you gotta put your loot on here, and then that's the only way you can get loot from the Dark Zone out. And Dark Zone is very, very fun. Like, the tents, like, you have to be tactical in the Dark Zone. It's not like these other shooters where you just run around the corner and start spraying people. You have to be tactical with your friends. If you see a rogue, he's a higher level than you, you gotta watch out. You may not want to attack him. You may want to stay away from him. You want to be tactical when you're fighting the enemies, because they're very strong and very just beastly. So you want to be tactical. But the Dark Zone is just, in the Dark Zone, there's level caps too. So you're not, like, there's harder areas of the Dark Zone. Like, when you go deeper in there, that's where the higher levels are at. So you may want to stay in the, the easy part. But that's my review of the Division. It's a very fun game. I would suggest it. I would suggest, my final verdict for the game, or my final, thingy. If right now I said play your PS4 for 4 hours straight and come back to me, now I'm gonna ask you one question: were you bored? If you say no, I was not bored, you could probably wait for this game to be a price drop. But if you said I got a little bored or I was bored, I'll say get up, go buy the Division. It's a great game. It has a lot of longevity. I guess if you want to give it a score out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very good game. Ubisoft, you guys did a good job. I'm excited to see what you guys do from here. But it's TV365, and like, comment,